Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome once again to the exciting Von Manor and another action-packed Hall of Adventure. Yes, Hall of Adventure. It's another one. Roger over there, he just can't stop buying books, this fella. But his insane compulsion is your gain because you get to see all the stuff that has shown up here at the Manor this week. And we've got a few things to show you. So I'm going to show you the comic books first. Always show the comics first before we get on to the other stuff. The first thing I've got to show, it's so awesome. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing some more of these in Halls of Adventure pretty soon. This is another Hellboy. This is the library edition. Another Hellboy library edition. This is volume 3, Conqueror Worm and Strange Places. So more Hellboy with this magnificent, gigantic, oversized format. It is just so cool. Look at that. It's so cool. So yeah, even more Hellboy. You know I love Hellboy, so I'm pretty happy to get this. This is volume 3 of these big ones. I think there are 6 of them plus Hellboy in Hell. So of course I'm going to, get them all. I mean, of course I am. I'm, insane, or at least he is. One of us is. I think it's Roger. I mean, he's had his brains ripped out through his nose, so, he's a little more nuts than I am. So, okay. The next thing I've got to show you, Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 2. So, one good thing about that terrible Moon Knight show is that it's gotten Marvel to produce more Moon Knight material. I love Moon Knight. And so, I've got some cool old Moon Knight comic books. I mean, this is some good stuff from the classic series of Moon Knight. And then when that was over, we had the next series, Fist of Khonshu. So yeah, a lot of Moon Knight. A big old book of Moon Knight. Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 2. So that's cool. I got a few more comics, or a couple more comics. I got a couple Epic Collections. They're always showing up. I've got She-Hulk. This is Epic Collection Volume 3, but it's actually the first Epic Collection for She-Hulk that Marvel has published. I guess they're doing these on account of the new She-Hulk television show that should be showing up on Disney+. It probably will be even worse than the Moon Knight show, but we'll see. We'll see. She-Hulk, Volume 3. Now, this is the one, this is called Breaking the Fourth Wall. This is back when She-Hulk knew that she was a comic book character. There was a while when she knew that. I don't know. But anyway, that was She-Hulk. And this one's pretty exciting. This is more Doctor Strange. This just came today. Volume 5 of Doctor Strange, stories from 1978 through 82. So we're moving into the 80s with Doctor Strange. So that's pretty cool. This is a pretty good one. And these are some pretty good stories. So yeah, She-Hulk and Doctor Strange. So some cool stuff from the comics. I also got a book that is not a comic book, but it's about comic books. This is a book called All the Marvels by Douglas Wolk. All the Marvels. So this guy, Douglas Wolk, claims that he has read every single Marvel comic book. Every comic book that Marvel published between the first issue of the Fantastic Four and some comic book in 2017. Anyway, he read everything from the beginning of the Marvel age until 2017, apparently, according to him. It seems unbelievable. This is a claim I'm a bit skeptical on, but I haven't read the book yet. But yeah, he apparently has read every single Marvel comic book, and he considers all of the Marvel comics one vast epic story. And so he's talking about that in this book. I guess his experience of reading every damn thing that Marvel published. And, what he thinks of it. And how you can get into it as well, I suppose. Although, it seems insane. And like I said, Is that the phone? Why are they calling me? I'm doing Halls of Adventure! Hold on. Sorry about that. Some people think they could just call you at all hours. Anyway. So, that was this one. This was All the Marvels by Douglas Wilk, a guy who read way too many Marvel comics. The next book I got is a Penguin, actually. This is The Kraken Wakes by John Wyndham. The Kraken Wakes by John Wyndham. This is a John Wyndham book I have not read. I don't have a copy of this, so I picked this one up when I saw it. I hate the cover. The cover seems really lame, but, you know, I'm sure the book's probably good. So I picked it up since I saw it, and I never see copies of this book, so yeah, I might as well get it while I have the chance. This next one's an interesting one. Book Blather alerted me to this existing right now. This is Eric LaRocca's You've Lost a Lot of Blood. Eric LaRocca's You've Lost a Lot of Blood. So Eric LaRocca is the fellow who wrote that cursed book that a few of us on BookTube have read. Something ridiculous happened since we last spoke, or something like that. It was something along those lines. Anyway, it wasn't a book I particularly cared for, but I've liked his earlier work, Eric LaRocca's, and this one, I'm hearing good things. So we'll see. But Book Blather liked it an awful lot. So we'll see. I'm going to give this one a try. Eric LaRocca's You've Lost a Lot of Blood. Why not? So yeah, I got this one. I'm going to see how this one is. We'll see. We'll see how this one is. It's probably going to be pretty good. His earlier stuff that I read was pretty good. In fact, I think I've read everything that he's put out so far. I'm pretty sure. So I got to keep that going, I guess. You've Lost a Lot of Blood. Eric LaRocca. Okay, now to some old paperbacks. Now this one, I realized I didn't have this one when I was going through my Westerns for June on the Range. June on the Range next month. Join us. Anyway, I didn't have this one. I used to have it. I don't know what happened to it. This is The Searchers by Alan LeMay. Everybody knows The Searchers. Very famous movie, very famous book. The Searchers. I'm not reading it for June on the Range because I've already read this book, and I'm only reading books for June on the Range that I have not read yet. But I still wanted this one, so I got it since I saw it. And since I don't know what the heck happened to my other copy of it, the Phantom of the Library might have struck again. So next we've got, surprise, surprise, some vintagey old science fiction stuff. Let's see what they are. Well, first is an ace double, I think from '69. This is, on one side, The Age of Ruin by John M. Fawcett. The Age of Ruin. That's on one side of this ace double. Flip it over, and it's Code Duello by Mac Reynolds. Code Duello by Mac Reynolds. So we're getting some Mac Reynolds here. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so this is one of the ace doubles from the late 60s. Let me just double check. Was it 69? It was 68. From 68. They were normal paperback size as far as height at that time. They were a little bit shorter before then. So yeah, some good stuff here, I'm sure. Next I got Planet of Adventures #2, Jack Vance, Servants of the Wonk. I think that's Wonk. I'm not exactly sure. And this guy's sort of prancing around on top of this lizard. I don't know what's going on. Is he dancing up there? He looks like he's doing a Michael Jackson dance. I don't know. He could be doing that up there. Who knows? It's the Planet of Adventure. All kinds of crazy stuff happens there. I actually don't have Planet of the Adventure #1. I don't think. I might. It's possible. I thought I'd get it anyway. It's Jack Vance, so here you go. Some guy dancing on a lizard. You get all kinds of stuff here on Halls of Adventure. This book looks like crap, but I got it anyway. This is Warriors of Numas. Warriors of Numas. Or Numas. I don't know. It looks... But you know what? Of course I got it. Look at that monster. He's ridiculous. This guy has a ray gun and a sword. He's well equipped. I still think the monster's going to win, though. But yeah, Charles Nutzel. Warriors of Numas. It looks a little young adult to me, but we'll see. Of course I got it. Of course I did. You know. Well, I didn't. Roger did. Roger's the one with the problem. We need an intervention or something for this guy. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so the books I have, I've got a few more, and they progressively get more cool from here until we reach the pinnacle of coolness for this haul. So this one is Weird Tales. This is yet another Weird Tales anthology, just a random anthology of Weird Tales stories. This one edited by Leo Margulis, or Margulis. Margulis? Margulis. I have no idea. You know I can't pronounce anything. But there were some cool stories in here, I believe. The Man Who Returned by Edmund Hamilton. Spider Mansion by Fritz Leiber. That's going to be good. A Question of Etiquette by Robert Bloch. The Sea Witch by Nitston Dialis. That's actually a good story. I read that years ago. And there's an H.P. Lovecraft story in here that you never see anthologized. The Strange High House in the Mist, which is a good story. And it's kind of cool that they anthologized a story that you don't see anthologized that often from Lovecraft. And it definitely fits. It's a weird story, that's for sure. The Drifting Snow by August Derleth. The Body Masters by Frank Belknap Long, Jr. So yeah, cool stuff in here. I don't think I had seen this particular Weird Tales anthology before, so it was kind of cool to get that. The next one I was really happy to see because I've been looking for this one for a while, and for some reason I've never gotten my hands on a copy, but now I have. It's Swordsman in the Sky, edited by Donald A. Walheim. And it's all about sword and planet adventure stories. Sword and planet adventures stories like John Carter of Mars. So this stuff is all in the tradition of Edgar Rice Burroughs' interplanetary stories. And I've been looking for this forever, and I finally found a copy. And there's some cool stuff in here. We got Swordsman of Lost Terra from Paul Anderson, People of the Crater by Andre Norton, The Moon That Vanished by Leigh Brackett. So we're getting some cool people in here so far. A Vision of Venus by Otis Adelbert Klein. And we can't have a volume like this without Edmund Hamilton. So we got Kaldar, World of Antares. So, or Antares, one of those. So anyway, this is really cool. I'm pretty happy to find that. This one made me laugh when I got it. Rogue Cop. We actually have an assault happening here on the cover of Rogue Cop. This was William P. McGivern, who wrote some good stuff. I read his book, The Big Heat, years ago, but I've never read Rogue Cop. Tough Mike Carmody took graft until what? Until what? Well, it tells you on the back of the book. As Mike Carmody watched, Dan Beaumont slapped the slim blonde girl harshly across her painted mouth. "Get out of here," Beaumont screamed. "Get out. Me and Mike's got business." So these are the guys I work for. These are the guys I work for, thought Mike, looking in disgust at Beaumont's flushed jowls. Then suddenly Mike remembered his expensive convertible, his trips to Florida, his closet full of expensive suits. A guy doesn't get that kind of loot on a cop's pay. He gets it by taking crooked money. "Let Beaumont knock his mistress around," shrugged Mike. "It's no skin off my nose." Mike Carmody was a rogue cop. Smart and tough, but a cop who could be fixed for a price. Then one day, the crook started slapping Mike's own family around. That was the day that the toughest cop of them all declared war on the underworld. Yeah, what a douche this cop is. It took him attacking his family to get him to do anything. You know, they were out attacking other people all the time. What a jerk this cop is. This is apparently from a film, but I have never seen this movie. Maybe if I like the book, I'll watch the film if it, still exists. Hopefully it does. So I got two books left, and they're both amazing. This next book is a book I've been looking for a copy of this forever. Also, there are a couple of these in this haul, so I've been looking forever for this. This is The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes by Vincent Starrett. So this is one of the most famous books written about Sherlock Holmes. And it was one of the earlier books that was written about Sherlock Holmes. And it's supposed to be really, really good. So I was pretty thrilled to find a copy of this. That's kind of amazing. So yeah, The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes by Vincent Starrett. That is really cool. And you might think, geez, that's amazing. What could possibly top that? Not much. But I did get something pretty cool. There's another book that I've been looking for. This is John W. Campbell's Who Goes There and Other Stories. Who Goes There and Other Stories. Shocking, suspenseful science fiction by John W. Campbell. So, of course, there he is there. I'm John W. Campbell. I'm not weird at all. So, yeah. Who Goes There and Other Stories. So, of course, this is the famous story that inspired the film The Thing. Actually, it inspired The Thing from Another World in the 50s and then The Thing in the 80s. The story is actually closer to the film version of The Thing from the 80s, actually. So this is that story. This is The Thing. And some other stories. So I couldn't believe my eyes when I stumbled across this. Just sitting there for cheap. So yeah, I snatched this one up real quick. This is like gold, man. This is awesome. I mean, I'm not saying it's super valuable, but you know, for those of us who like this kind of thing, this is pretty amazing. So, Who Goes There and Other Stories by John W. Campbell. This is pretty cool. And this finishes out this haul of adventure. I don't know if you'll catch me next week. I mean, getting a book haul every week seems extreme, but somebody just can't control themselves. Okay, hi. We'll catch you next time.